Hello, beautiful souls. Welcome to my channel. I am Aradia Arcanum, and this video I wanted to share a little bit about what ends are and how you can use them and how they are generally used and how I use them in my practice. What ends are essentially the calling card to a demon. You will find some of this information in S. Connolly's book, The Complete Book of Demonolatry, I believe it's called. And you will see within that book the ends discussed, uh, but you will see the Ducante hierarchy of demons and their ends. And these are the ends that are generally used in the occult. Now, you can absolutely create your own, but these are what we typically use when wanting to connect with the demon. What that looks like is it really means you're picking up the phone and you're dialing in, and the act of that dialing that phone number is like the end, and you're making that phone call and you're connecting to say, hey, what's up? With respect, can you drop by and can you help me out with something? Can you guide me? This is what an in is. It is to invoke the demon, invoke its energies, invoke the essence of that being. So how I use it, and the way that I use it and why I think is important, at least in my opinion, is because a lot of times we have difficulties meditating and focusing on our intent during ritual, during meditation, during any spiritual practices. It takes a lot to get into a meditative state to remove all of the chatter that you have. So it is just like when you think about prayer beads, you're counting each of those beads. You're going through each bead, and the more and more you do this, the more and more you get into this trance state of awareness. So what that looks like when you use an in is you begin saying that in, and for example, if you saw the last video I just did, where I shared clauneck's in, we can use that for example. So when you start saying the in, you start out a little unsure of, if you're saying it right. You keep doing it, and what you will find is when you get into a flow of, you're continuing to say this, and then you get into this flow, you begin to feel this focus and this energy shift, and the whole time this is the only focus that you have. So it's like a tunnel vision, right? You're homing in on the focus and goal. What I like to add to this is when you chant these ends, vibrating words of power, when you vibrate these words, you put an extra, this magical, you raise the vibration even more. You make it more powerful, because vibration and frequencies can absolutely shift the direction of the magic. So, for example, when you chant the into clauneck, right? Like I said, you start out and you're unsure because, this is not a language that I'm not sure that we know what the language is for these ends, but some people make their own ends and use Latin. But whatever the case, if you are using these ends, you start out and you just go ahead and however you pronounce the words, you begin to do it, and then you get into the state, you get into the flow, and then you begin to vibrate the words. You go Valen, Essen, clauneck, Kiar, Valen, Essen, clauneck, Kiar. And you feel this in your chest, right? You feel it. And anything that you vibrate, like the monks, they vibrate a lot of words. They vibrate. Um, so that is because this shakes up any stagnant energy, right? And it raises the vibration. So I love to do this for all of those reasons and to get me into that state to be able to channel in a state of ascension and be able to commune and connect and work with and channel the messages. So this is how you can use the ends. You also, if this is something that is new to you and you're not quite sure, you don't know what language this is, you're unsure what it is that you're even saying, you can practice by creating your own and it doesn't necessarily have to be to a demon. It could be to any spirit. It could be to just invoke energies of a specific thing that you want to manifest. So you start out by just sitting and meditating on what words you want to use. Use 4 or 5 words, and these are the key words that represent the thing that you want to manifest or invoke. And what you can even do to make them more magical and powerful is English translation to Latin. Use the Latin, and which is what I like to do, and use the Latin words, and you start chanting these words and vibrating them, and take observation of how you feel. Take observation of how many times you chanted the words to get you to shift that focus, to get you that feeling, that shift of energy. This can help you understand how to work with the ends, and this can help you even understand how important it is to focus, because when you are truly focused and in that state of awareness, this is the time when things are you're able to channel the message a lot easier. You're able to hear or feel the presence of that demon, or whatever it is that you're working with. You feel the presence of that energy that you invoked. So do give that a try, and let me know if you do that. And also let me know what your experience is with working with ends and how they make you feel. Do they work for you? Does it help you with your focus? Let me know all of that in the comments, because I truly would like to know, and others would like to hear, that are new to this path, what that looks like for everyone. So that is what I came here to say and share with you. And if you want to continue learning, and if you are a beginner at this and are curious, go over and check out my Patreon. As I mentioned, I did create a new tier, and I am sharing my experience, and we are working through this together. So do go over and check that out. All of this information will be available in the description of this video. I will also put a link to S. Connolly's information, where you can go down the rabbit hole for yourself and find out the information about the ends and more information about demonolatry. So that is it for this video. Until the next time we meet, I love you all, and into the shadows.